Okay, we are still working on the WordPress, creating a WordPress site using Web Matrix. And today I want to focus on how you can create a child theme. Okay, so what I want you to do is find the Whiteboard theme repository, select it once, right-click on it, go to Tortoise HG, and click on Clone. Okay, so cloning it is to make a copy. And the source is what's called the repository. So this is the master folder. This is what we are copying. And destination is going to be, you're going to create a folder to place it in. So what I'd like you to do is on destination, you're going to click Browse. And you're going to look for a theme folder in your WordPress site. Let me pause this first. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go find your student folder. So I'm going to find my student folder, and I'm looking for the WordPress site I've been working on. I think it's just this one WordPress. So I'm going to open the WordPress folder, and you will see, when you see the folder that says WP Admin Content Includes, I want you to go to the Content folder. So you're going to open that up, and then you're going to find a folder in the middle called Themes. This is where we're going to put it. When you open that folder, you're going to see 2011 and 2012. You probably won't see anything else unless you already installed a different theme. By the way, you can do this process on any theme. I've just chose the one particular one called Whiteboard. So I want you to create a new folder, and you're going to title it Whiteboard, lowercase w. Whiteboard, like that. You create the folder by doing new folder, name it Whiteboard, all one word, no spaces, no caps. Click the folder so you can see it, and then choose Select Folder. So in the top, you're going to see the Whiteboard theme repository where it says Source, and destination, you're going to see your student folder, and a series of folders leading up to WP Content Themes Whiteboard. When you've got that, click Clone, and you're going to see 28 files have now been moved into your theme folder called Whiteboard. Okay, once we've cloned it, what I want you to do now is, if you have not already opened your theme using Web Matrix, or opened your WordPress site, I want you to open your WordPress site, and I want you to manage themes and find that theme called Whiteboard, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. Okay, check this out. Find your WordPress folder, select it so you're in there, go back a folder. So make sure it's the WordPress one, right-click on it, and you can open as a website with Microsoft Web Matrix. Go ahead and do that. So now I've opened my folder, and I want to make sure I'm opening the WordPress folder. So I'm going to double check. I'm going to try to open it, folder as a site, make sure I'm in the right folder. So I select the folder, make sure we open it up. And once I'm in there, I'm going to click Run and try to launch it. This will launch in Internet Explorer. Okay, once you get logged in, go to the dashboard, and you can hover over Appearance, and then select Themes, or you can just hover over the name of your, I guess it's not doing that here. Never mind. Appearance, Themes, select it. You will see Whiteboard as a theme. I want you to click the Activate link underneath it. And now it says New Theme is activated. Go ahead and visit the site. Actually, I'm just going to click on here. And we'll see what it looks like. There it is, my new WordPress blog. Okay, so I have this right here, and that's ready to go. That's my new theme. Now we're going to change this. We're going to change the graphics, the fonts, the color schemes, everything. In order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to create a child theme. And I'd like you to place your child theme under version control so that I can also access your folders easily. Okay, and by the way, version control is very common. In fact, if you want to see where Whiteboard came from, I tried to install it, but I couldn't find it until I went online. So I'm going to go in here and watch what I do. I'm going to do a search for Whiteboard WordPress framework. Okay. Whiteboardframework.com is where I got it from. So you might want to see this. And once you get to the site, there it is. That's Whiteboard. There's going to be some graphics here in a moment. Okay, there's the graphics. So you'll see on here Whiteboard Framework, documentation, support, and feature requests. Now watch this. In here, it's going to have a thing about where you can get a clone of it on a site called GitHub. Now, if you are not familiar with GitHub, this is an online repository for source control. So I click Whiteboard on GitHub, and this is how I got it. I went to GitHub, and it took me to this particular site, github.com/boldperspective/whiteboard. So this is where I went to get it. And right away, you'll see clone in Windows. Now, I didn't clone it. I actually got the zip version, and then I extracted the zip files, and I made those available. But anytime you go to a site like GitHub, you're going to see things like clone. And if you have a repository system, you can make a clone of it, and you can actually even contribute to this website. So I got my files right out of here. This is called version control, and there's a nice host there. I just thought I'd point that out. And you can open up the file, and you can see all the different files that are in there. You can find out the last time it was changed. So it was a year ago the last time they changed archive. It was 2 years ago when they last created the images folder. So you can get them. You can find out that 8 months ago they did sidebar. So they've been working on this, but it's been a while since the last update. Now, what I want all of you to do right now is I want you to go into the folder called WP Child Theme Repositories, and you're going to see a series of folders that have initials, underscore, and the name for a theme. Anyone want to guess which theme mine is? Okay, so you create a folder, put your initials, and then some kind of a 1-2-word name. My last class, I called mine Bob the Chicken. But I can't do that again because this is a different class, and I want to do it on 2 different ones. So the idea here is you create your folder, and you're going to turn this into a repository. And what the repository will do is it will track all the changes you make on your project. So CD and SH, well, SH, you're going to need to come up with the name. Name it first before you do the next step. But once you get it, you right-click on it, and you're going to go to Tortoise HG, and you're going to create repository here. So click that. And it's going to give you some information. Destination path, for example. Click Create. And it'll successfully create it. Click OK. And then once you see that the little stuff there, you'll know that it's under version control. What you're going to do next is you're going to clone it. Okay, once it's a repository, I know this is a lot of steps, but believe me, once this is all set up, this is going to be good. Take your repository, click it once so it's highlighted, right-click on it, go to Tortoise HG, and clone. So what you're going to do is you're going to clone your file into your WordPress theme, just like you did the other one, giving it the same name you gave it this folder, only you can take out your initials. I had to do the initials so that I, as your teacher, can kind of keep track of whose is whose. So on destination, I'm going to browse and find my WordPress site. So I go out to student folders, and I want to name it. So I'm going to go to day 2, period 4. I'm going to find my folder, find my WordPress site, go into WP content, go into themes. Now I need to create a new folder named after my theme. So I create a new folder. I name it Britannia because that's just a song I've been listening to by Mute Math. I like them, so I might as well do it. So I select that there, and where it says select folder, I want to just click that. So that selects it. So the top source is the repository. That is what that's the master file. And this is the clone. This is the actual file I'm going to work on. I'm going to click clone. Okay, wait till it runs. If there's no problems, it'll just close. You won't get a message. Everything will be good. Next step. I want you to go into your folder now where your WordPress site is. So find your student folder, find your class, go into your student folder, find the WordPress folder you've been working on, go in here. So it's WordPress, WP content, go to themes. Now you will see that's your child theme. Whiteboard is the parent theme. Whiteboard has the files in it. Britannia has nothing in it. Next step. Now, in order to create a child theme, you need to create a page in here, and you're going to name that page style.css. So why don't you use Notepad++ right now, open up Notepad++ and create a new file. So there's my Notepad++. Let me arrange this so I can see it a little bit. Sorry. And I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I'm going to, on my left-hand window, I'm going to open up what my file is. So hold on a second. Let me get that up there. All right. Ignore this file here. I'm going to create a new file. And I'm going to call this is going to be style.css. And I need to save it into my new theme folder. Applied Web Design, student folders. Get into your student folder, find your WordPress site, go to WP content, go to themes, find your child theme name, mine is called Britannia, and name it style.css. Okay, that creates it as a style tag, and what you're going to do is put a comment header in there. And you're going to need to put some actual information about your child theme, like your name, theme name, a description, and all that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cheat a little bit here, and I want to open up my last file that I was working on so I see it. Okay, so let me just show you where this is. Basically, your child theme needs to look something like you see on the left here. So, theme name. You can add spaces here if there's more than one word. Theme URI. What this is this is the web address of your WordPress site. So you're going to want to just open it up and copy the address here on the home page. So I'm just going to copy that. Now, of course, if you're a web designer, you might do it a little bit. You know, you're going to have your own web address for it, but for now, just put that in there. Description. The description is it's a child theme of Whiteboard. Author. Put your own name there. Author URI. Web address. It's probably not going to work if I don't do it, so I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to paste that HTTP logo for now. Template. That is Whiteboard, all one word, no spaces. Version. Since we haven't done any work, we start with 0.1.0. Then you're going to link to the parent theme. Now this is how you're actually going to get your child theme to connect with the parent theme. Use @import URL. And the URL is .. That means go back a folder, then go into whiteboard/style.css. So you're going to actually link to the parent theme. Save your changes. Okay, if you did that right, I'm going to move this off to the side a little bit so you can still see it. I'm going to open up my site. I'm going to move the site off to the side. Go to the dashboard. Go to themes. And activate your child theme. It should be available. You should be able to activate it. So even though the bell rang, I'm going to go to mine. I can see the name of my theme. Look, it's by your name here. I'm going to click Activate. And if I'm successful, it'll look exactly like the parent theme. And there it is. I just activated it, but it looks exactly like the parent theme. So what I have to do now is override anything that I want to change about it. And I will do that in the next part of my video tutorial. I'm just going to leave you with that code at the end so you can see what that looks like there.